What's up, Pirates? Wraith here with Awakened TCG, and today, as you can see, oh, let me mute that. We're going to be reacting to this GECKO MORIA versus SAKAZUKI deck. So I've been playing a lot of GECKO MORIA, and then I'm going to test SAKAZUKI after because I'm, leaning towards one of those two decks for OP06. So I kind of want to see the lines here. Here we have SAKAZUKI going second, and then GECKO MORIA going first. So obviously, SAKAZUKI, I'm going to be zooming in and out of this video, or not zooming in, fast forwarding and stuff like that. So here we have a Virgo with the brand new. Let's go ahead and see what our so he's thinking about cycling. No cycle. So SAKAZUKI does not cycle here. Let's move this right here so you guys can see the hands there. So GECKO MORIA on 3 Dawn. Usually you swing 6 and you leader ability. So yeah, he's doing that exact thing here. He's going to trash, is that a Perona? So trash Perona from hand, trash top 2 cards for leader effect, and then he's going to go ahead and play the Perona, minus 1 card from the SAKAZUKI's hand. And it looks like he's going to throw away a Ice Age and then take the 6k swing. Now it is the SAKAZUKI's turn. He is going to, he's thinking about cycling here. So he does cycle the Hina. You can see it in the trash, and he draws is that a Tashigi? Yeah, draws a Tashigi and then goes ahead and plays the Tashigi. He's choosing between a Borsalino or a Virgo. Those are his only 2 options for a Navy search. And it looks like he goes with Borsalino. So 3 Dawn up still. He has a Tashigi to search again. He can swing 7. He probably doesn't want to get rid of that Perona right now because he could have with the event, but he would have to use 2 events. So yeah, he just Tashigi searches again, and he actually finds a Houndblade. So that is going to be a great pickup moving forward. And he swings 5 with his brand new, the GECKO MORIA takes. Swinging 5 again with leader. He's debating here, so he's going to give him a 1k. And so now it is the GECKO MORIA's turn with 5 Dawn. So this is an interesting turn here. There's a couple of things you can do. One of my favorite is to go Helmeppo for 2 Dawn, and then you play leader effect with an I forgot what the name of the card is. So he's playing a brand new here. Grabs the Great Eruption, and then he is going to swing 5, swinging 5 at lead. Or what did he swing 5 to? Yeah, so he swung 5 at lead. SAKAZUKI gives him a 1k Borsalino. Next up, we have the GECKO MORIA. Going to go use the effect here. So you have a couple options. He's probably going to make a -1 card again. So SAKAZUKI has 6 in hand. Probably going to trash the 2k again. He's thinking about it. So he didn't actually trash the Perona. He just trashed. I forget this guy's name. I'm sorry. The Japanese letters are not helping. It's like it starts with the A. Anyways, he KOs a 2 or less on play. But you trash, or you put 2 cards from the bottom of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Anyways, so that is his he went brand new into leader effect on 5 Dawn, which is not bad, right? You can search a Navy card, and then he still got to pop a brand new, which isn't terrible, saving his resources for bigger bodies. He didn't really need to -1 on the SAKAZUKI's hand because he'd rather keep that 2k for now. So it is SAKAZUKI's turn. Did he cycle? Yes, he did. So it looks like he cycled the Lucci, and now he is debating what to do. So it looks like he's going to swing 5k with his leader. And let me know in the comments if you guys are following along here. If you guys are following along, good. If not, for the next video, I'll definitely slow it down. But you guys can definitely see, it's a little more interactive this way when I'm speeding it up. So 5k to the GECKO MORIA's leader gives him a Helmeppo 1k, and then he's debating on what his turn is going to be. So he goes Rebecca into Hina, and then he's going to Houndblaze. Probably the no, he can swing at. Oh no, he can't swing at the Perona. Oh yes, he can. So he's gonna bottom deck the standing unit, and then he's gonna swing 5 at the rested unit, which is a pretty good turn. And it looks like he blocked out with a 2K Prona, and he is going to 7 Dawn. So the GECKO MORIA is now on 7 Dawn, swinging 5 at leader potentially. Looking at his trash. So he gives him a 2K, blocks it out. Now he's swinging 7, or he's swinging 6 with leader, and he's going to go. What does he trash? He trashes a Great Eruption, and then he's going to trash top 2. He's going to play a Perona, -1 from hand on the Sakazuki side. So still has 4 Dawn left. Probably going to be for that Borsellino. And then the Sakazuki ends up just blocking out the attack, which is fine. And then we're probably going to see a Borsellino play here and pass. Yeah, so ends the turn off with 4 Dawn, playing a 4-cost Borsellino. That's a blocker, passing. Now it is Sakazuki's turn. This is 8 Dawn. This is a RHL turn if he had it in hand, but as you can see, he does not have it. He would need a cycle here and potentially draw one of the cards he would need, either, if he drew like a Hina, because I think there's a Lucci in trash form you could pick up. So he's going 5 at the Prona, and he takes it. And now he's still at 8 Dawn here. Okay, so he goes Great Eruption for 1. Great Eruption for 1. He's probably going to Houndblaze the Borsellino. Goes 4 for Rebecca. Grabs a Virgo. Plays... Oh, no, grabs a Hina. Or did he already have the Hina in hand? Okay, so he already had the Hina in hand. So I think he could have RHL'd then. I guess he doesn't have great targets. The Prona is going to die anyway. Oh, the bottom deck event. Gotcha. Okay. So that's why he opted out. See, this is something new that I got to get used to, that event bottom decks and doesn't KO. Obviously, you don't get the 6K body, but you can handle Borsellinos with it. So it's pretty good into the Moria matchup, because Moria wants to play those Borsellinos just so, they can't get KO'd, especially in other matchups like Yellow. In Perona, Borsellinos are amazing. So that 2-cost event was played instead of the Lucci. Because he had the Hina in hand, he could have just grabbed the Lucci, but then your 2 targets would have been Brand New and Perona, which aren't as efficient as, the Borsa and the Perona. So he played that correctly. And these are the lines that I like to see and study up when I'm, learning how to play a deck. From both ends, it's like, okay, what are they doing? How are they traversing these situations? Just so it's a learning opportunity, not only for me, but for you guys here that I'm reacting to this. Because I think 8 Dawn, I think RHL, like, okay, we have a Hina in hand, we have a Rebecca in hand, we can play it, grab the Lucci, play the Lucci, we KO the Brand New and the Perona. But it's like, oh, he has that 2-drop event is, something that you have to be aware of now. As I'm learning these new deck lists, learning, the new cards. Because I didn't watch too much OP06 or play too much OP05. So, I definitely have to do a lot of work to get back into form, which I'm ready to put in. So that's why I'm going to do, more VOD review videos like this, where I can actively not only learn myself, but participate with you guys. Not sure if you guys are following along, but I'm going to release this video and hope you guys are. We just skipped the whole turn real quick. So 9 Dawn. What does he do with the 1? So he Great Eruptions, Moria into Lucci into Helmeppo, KOs both of his Hinas. Simple. Great Eruption gets 1 Hina to 1. You play Moria, Lucci, Helmeppo, -3 on the second Hina, put it to 0. So now it's a 1-cost and a 0-cost, and then you pop Lucci effect, KO both of them. You are set to go. And so now this is a hard turn for the Sakazuki, because he has no Moria to follow up, right? So here in a turn like this, you would want to try to get rid of the Lucci and the Moria, which is possible. If you have like an Ice Age, Great Eruption on the Moria, and then you play 8-cost Moria, you Lucci, Helmeppo on the Lucci, and then Lucci ability to KO both, right? Obviously, you have to have those 3 cards, but and then obviously the other one's in trash to play. Uh, but obviously that's how you answer a Moria, right? Or your own Lucci, right? You Ice Age or Great Eruption, Hina, however you want. Rebecca, Hina, get that Moria down. You want to answer their Moria with, even if it's not a Moria of your own, with some clear, right? You need to get that. Oh, he does have a Moria in hand, but he doesn't have any minus effects. So he would only be able to actually kill one unit, which is why you see him hesitating on what to do. This is definitely not an easy turn to figure out on like what exactly to do. So he's definitely taking his time here. So he goes 5 at lead. The Moria takes. And so he does play the GECKO Moria. Looks like he's going to Lucci Helmeppo, kill the brand new and the Lucci. So he did have his own Moria to answer. But now it's on the Moria's turn to, try to answer his answer. And usually if you play a second Moria, you're, in a good spot. So he ended up swinging so he Houndblazed. He Houndblazed the Helmeppo, swings 5 with the Tashigi there, the Searcher Tashigi, and ends turn. So now the Moria is on 10 Don. So a lot of options here. A lot of options. We see an Ice Age, a Borsellino. We see Kuzan, and it looks like, what does he have at the end there? So he definitely has some options here. Not sure what is. Oh, Absalom. The guy at the start, I didn't know his name. Absalom is his name. It just came to me. We don't know if an Absalom is in his trash. It might have gotten bot decked. I'm trying to remember. It might have gotten bot decked. So he's gonna definitely. So this 2K here trashes the top 5 cards. He's probably looking for an Absalom, which would be a nice momentum swing. So yeah, so he plays that to trash the top 5. So he does trash an Absalom. So he finds the Absalom that he needed to play off his leader ability. So he has some options here. He definitely has some options here. You can go 1 on the Moria. You can play, is that a Helmeppo or is that a brand new on the end of his, at the end of his hand there. Let's speed this up. Let's see what exactly is going to happen. So he plays a brand new. Does not, find any reducers, which hurts. So he goes 6. Grabs a hog back to grab a Perona, which is a 2K. So playing a little defensive. And he's just going to go for just pressure. Saka at 1 life. Moria here on the verge of losing. He just went, play the Borsellino raw and turn. It's definitely getting close here. Had the Great Eruption Houndblaze for the Borsellino, which, I think Saka has the upper hand when it comes to ending games. Yeah, he takes that 9K, and then he's just going to shove here. No blockers, 4 in hand. Playing it smart first, going 7. I don't think it makes a difference. He has so much swings, but yeah, he's definitely braked anyway. And so that was an interesting match. I think the decider was the Moria not having any answer to Sakazuki blowing up 2 of his characters, right? He played Moria, didn't have a follow-up to get rid of his Moria, which kind of hurt. And then, when you're just, when you're ahead, your opponent's going to try to set up lethal, but usually they'll leave themselves open. And then it doesn't help that Sakazuki just has the power to just bottom deck a blocker and then plus 3,000. So that always hurts, right? Does it change much even if he does that? I mean, he still had the Lucci on board, right? So that's another swing even if he did have a block. And then he was super break, so it probably didn't matter too much. But it's interesting to see, some of these lines. I haven't tried playing that 2K that trashes the top 5 cards of your deck in Moria. I might, slot 1 or 2 into a deck and try it out. I'm running the Great Eruption version right now. There is some variations of the deck as well as Saka. Saka has different variations. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of, what kind of lists we see more of, right? Because there's definitely going to be a favorite. Just like how here in the West for Sakazuki in '05, it was Kaido, Kaido, Kaido. You know, we want Kaido in our list. Not many people had Sanji's Pilaf. It was Hina, Hina, Hina. And Sanji's Pilaf version is the one that won Worlds, right? So definitely interesting to see. We you know, 1 week away. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get my products. I'm gonna make my decks. I'm gonna start practicing more, reviewing more matches. But anyways, guys, that is gonna be it. We're so close to 5,000 subs. At 5K subs, we're doing a 5 OP06 booster box giveaway. So go ahead and sub up and be on the lookout for that. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. Like this video, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.